Hey everybody, Mike from Spectre Comics. Here's a short clip from my latest art live stream. To view the entire replay, click the link in the description. The topic of this clip is word balloons, word balloon placement, font, anything related to word balloons. Enjoy. As I'm getting closer to finishing this page, there is another step to do, and I'm going to do an example here, adding the word balloons. And I always add the word balloons last on the page. Now I plan ahead, again, going back to the pencil sketch layer, you can see I do plan where the balloons go when I'm sketching because I want it to read properly. In other words, left to right, top to bottom. And the way I do word balloons is a technique I developed in Photoshop. I actually made a video about that, which is one of the most popular videos on my channel, strangely. It's still getting views to this day. There's actually two popular videos on my channel that are related to comics. One is how to create dialogue balloons in Photoshop easily. And the second one is how to create comic panels in Photoshop. That's actually one of the most popular videos on my channel and still getting views to this day. It's close to 13,000 views. Again, not a ton compared to some channels, but I didn't even think that many people were interested in that topic. I mean, how many people make comics? It doesn't feel like it's like a ton of people. And the people that do, they already know how to do this. But I created this technique of using a layer and then a stroke that keeps it simple. But anyway, to do an example of a word balloon, I keep the layer, and here it is. Here's word balloon. Here's an example here. Now, all the word balloons are on the same layer. Now the text, I'm going to reduce the opacity on it, and I'm going to lock the layer so I don't move it again. The reason I'm reducing the opacity is so I can actually see the text, because the text is going to come in black. Arial, the font I use is called Digital Strip, and I got that from blambot.com, which is a nice site if you want to download a digital font. It's actually a free font. It's one of their free ones, and I actually like it best. I would have purchased one if I found one that was better, but I actually really like Digital Strip. And I keep my template. I keep a word balloon. I keep these layers set, so as I go from page to page, it's already preset on the page. So here's an example text, which shows up down here. So that's what the text comes in at. So I'm going to duplicate this layer, and then I can now bring that text to where I want it. So moving this text up here because that's where I want it. And then I'm just going to edit it to say what I want it to say, which is Ori Refinery, just describing the location. And I'm going to go to the word balloon layer, use the rectangular marquee to kind of outline this text, and then I'm just going to infill it. And now you can see that it comes in like that. I'm going to duplicate the layer again. Now I can take that layer and move it. I'm going to move it over to where this dialogue needs to go, which is over here. And this word balloon is actually going to overlap a couple of panels. So with the font being like this, the word balloon is going to be an oval, and I need to modify the text. So first I'm going to locate it, and then I'm going to, what I want, because it's going to be in an oval, I want there to be a few words at the top and bottom and more words in the middle so that I can have an oval around it. So I have to just kind of maneuver the text a little bit so that more words show up in the middle, and I can stretch the boundaries of this so it's a little wider. So it looks like something like that. You can kind of see it. Let's see. Bring it up here so you can see. Now it's a little wider. Now it makes more sense to fit in an oval. Sometimes the words don't allow you to keep it perfect. Like I would still like it to be thinner at the top and wider on the second line, but because I've got two full words on the top and smaller words like a, new, and of are shorter words, the second line didn't stretch out as much as I would have liked, but it still works out. And I can put this text here. One of the things I hate about word balloons is that sometimes it covers up some cool detail, like this part of this ship here, this arm. The text is going to end up covering it a little bit, but I'm going to slide it right down here so that it's kind of overlapping the panel, the inset panel. And then I can go to the word balloon, and now I'm going to use the elliptical marquee and outline the dialogue here. And I can slide that around, and I think you can see that on the screen. It looks like it's visible. Okay, so now I'm going to infill that again on the word balloon layer, and now it fills in. I can still move it around, and then to direct the word balloon dialog to this window here, just going to use the polygonal lasso, and then I can add to that layer, to that dialog box. So now it's directional, and it looks like it's coming from inside.